In this video, I'm going to talk about 13 perverse objects you can add to your D&D campaign. Welcome to my channel. I focus on tabletop role-playing games, video games, and science fiction. Number 1. This idea came from the concept of a rabbit's foot. If the rabbit's foot is lucky, then a hobbit's foot should also be lucky, because hobbits have the attribute of luck, which means they can re-roll any one that they roll on a die. So a hobbit's foot is a perverse item for your campaign. Number 2, the orc's tooth. So you've extracted the tooth from an orc and you've made it into a nice little talisman that somebody can wear around their head. Of course, most of your half-orcs and any of the orcs that you actually run into in the wild may be a little bit upset at this concept. Number 3, a cup from the skull of a human. There are actually, in certain places, in certain museums, these actually existed. People actually did do this. They take the skull and they convert it into a cup. So you can actually have cups that are made from human skulls. Number 4, cup made from the horns of a tiefling. Tieflings have horns. If you dehorn a tiefling, which is not a pleasant thing to do, to the tiefling at least, then the horn is hollow and you can make it into a tankard. Number 5, Dragonborn scale armor. Think about this. You skin a Dragonborn and now you've got this nice set of scales that you could tan and convert into a set of armor. It would probably be somewhere between leather and maybe a little bit higher on the armor scale, because it would be Dragonborn. Number 6. This is one that I actually did in one of my games, and this is to create a talisman from the tail bones of a tiefling. One of the tiefling in my campaign had her tail removed, and someone then took the tail and cooked it and made tiefling tail with turnips. And somewhere I even had a recipe that I'd made up for that. And then they took the bones and through magical incantations made a talisman. Of course, that causes some other interesting people to get upset about tiefling tails. Number 7. If you've read the story of Samson in the Bible, you know that Samson took the jawbone of an ass and he defended a patch of lentils. So we have a jawbone of an ogre as a weapon. So you could, this has some magical properties that you could use to defend something with the jawbone of an ogre. Number 8. Of course, we have to look to Skyrim for this one. Everybody knows about giant's toes. They're, you want to, when you kill a giant, you can take his toe and it has certain magical properties. Number 9. In Skyrim, you have Falmer's ears. If I'm pronouncing that correct, Falmer's ears. Anyway, in Dungeons & Dragons, we might as well use Gnome's ears. They also have magical properties that we can add to in various encounters to make people wonder about various things. Number 10. There's a movie called The Ninth Gate. Not the greatest movie, but it talks about a book bound with leather made from human. And if you go back to Nazi Germany in World War II, there were things that were supposedly made from human skin. So we have, but here we have leather-bound books that are bound with human leather for number 10. Number 11. This was inspired by Gore book, Burr. If you haven't read that, that's a wonderful book. I really enjoyed Burr as a book. And there's a scene in there where someone is selling Indian moccasins. And this inspired the concept of elf skin boots. They have the same properties as the magical elven boots, but they're made from elves. Yeah, it's elf skin boots, so there's that. But to take a look at the book Burr, particularly if you've heard about the movie Hamilton or the play Hamilton, which is really hot, you ought to look at the book Burr, because Aaron Burr was the man who killed Alexander Hamilton. Number 12. We have to talk about the dwarf's cock from Game of Thrones. Of course, that's Game of Thrones did it well, that you have to have the dwarf's cock, and Tywin argued that, you have to make sure that it's really a dwarf. How do you know it's not just cut off somebody else? Yeah, but here we have a dwarf's cock. It's supposedly magical, so we have a dwarf's cock from Skyrim. Number 13 is the one that probably bothered me the most. And there's a movie called Nevada Smith that was made in 1966. And it has an object that is rather truly perverse. And it's in the movie, and it's a tobacco pouch made from a woman's breast. In the movie Nevada Smith, the evil character killed Nevada Smith's mother and cut off her breast and tanned the skin and made it into a tobacco pouch. Now that's truly a perverse topic, a perverse object that you can have, and that was based upon the movie Nevada Smith. I hope you enjoyed this countdown of perverse objects. Thank you. I look forward to learning what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all your comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. I appreciate both forms of feedback. If you're new here and would like to subscribe, you can click on the icon on the left. If you're interested, there's more content on the right.